Hello Pisces, thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Where's your website, Gabby? Schifferbooks.com, hopefully it's on frame there. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you want any of that information. If you want that deck. Supportive Oracle cards, or if you just want to know more about Gabby. Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. There's websites. Hay House? Is it Hay House? What is it? It's hayhouse.com. They're showing Hay House Radio in the back here, but I think if you just do hayhouse.com, you'll get the Hay House stuff. So that's the supportive Oracle cards. I'm already like wanting to get into the Pisces read. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not sure why. I mean, I am a Pisces, but still. Okay, I'm excited about... This is a tarot? Yeah. This is a tarot deck? No! I just used the Oracle cards. I'm like, what's going on? I just did all the... Okay. We're rolling with it. I mean, why not? I kept looking at it. I'm like, this looks like a strange tarot deck. There's a good reason for that, James. It's not. It's an Oracle deck. That's why. Okay. Holy success, Batman. 2 cards with success here. You got the door to romance popping up. The person holding a coin here, woman. Victory shows you the victor. The action. There's a lot of good things coming in here. I feel like the challenge is to not get overwhelmed. Something is coming forward, but like I feel like I've said this recently to a couple people. If you create a plan and you stabilize what you want, you can keep it. There's a lot of possibilities coming in, but it's kind of like we need to anchor those possibilities and keep them in your life. The good things, we want to keep those. So we want to anchor those into your life, right? Non-action is going to tank the situation. Be careful. Don't get caught up in the dream. I say this as a Pisces. Like, how do I explain this? Dreaming is good, but don't let it just be a dream. Don't let it just stay a dream. Put that dream into reality. As a Pisces, I keep saying that, as a Pisces. You can get caught up in the... It's almost like the drunken delusion of just like enjoying the thought, right? Letting the thought, letting the daydream happen. We've got to anchor it into reality. And build, it doesn't have to be the most strenuous structure to make it happen. I think I've said this to somebody recently. If you even just put, schedule 5 minutes a day, same time every day, and you just work 5 minutes every day at what you want to do, and just put that 5 minutes, you'll be surprised how empowering and how powerful that gets. 15 minutes is better, but still, even if it's just 5. Especially if it's in the morning and you can start your day with that. Maybe you're a person that usually gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, just for argument's sake, or 6 o'clock in the morning. If you get up a half hour earlier, give yourself a minute to pull yourself together and just spend, an extra 5 to 15 minutes just creating what you want to happen, putting some effort towards what you want to happen, your personal goals, especially if you're a parent and you have a lot of people that are depending on you. That's something where it seems insurmountable, but you got to kind of find a little niche. Usually in the morning it's easier. If you can get up a little earlier than everybody else, you can have a little bit of personal time, even though it's a small piece. That empowerment, you going towards your goals, not only strengthens you, but it will strengthen the whole situation, because the stronger you are, the more you can help other people if that's what you need to do. Let's just keep that in mind. Don't let it be just a thought. Create something with it. Anchor it into your life. Because you got the magician in the mirror, and it's kind of like you do have the possibility to make something happen. I'm going to also interject in here that I am an intuitive reader, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting off the card. You're looking at what you could do, but the question is it going to just go away? I know this, it's supposed to be a fire and ice thing, but I'm getting like the blue. I'm getting like just something just disappearing into the wind. The fire is like what you have. It's the passion you have. The thing is it just going to disappear into the wind, or are you going to anchor it in and make it stick there and create what you want? The corresponding card, the Temple Path. I kind of feel like this is one of those temples, like, you know, if it's up on a hill, right? There's no tram. There's no. You gotta walk up these stairs, and for so you know, it's easier said than done for some people than others. Yes, but this is one of those things where the path is there. The path is there. Even if you have to do it with assistance, the path is there. You have to engage the path. You have to get up the path. This is one of those things where you can't have somebody take you to the temple. You have to go to the temple. You have to solidify your place in the temple. This is, you know, it's not like you physically have to go to this temple, but that's like the thought. Like, you have to get there. You have to find your way up the mountain to get to the temple so you can create what you want. It's a personal path. It's one of those, nobody can do it for you. Even if you have assistance, people, maybe, for example, say you have somebody helping you up the hill, maybe somebody's helping you with a wheelchair, just for argument's sake. You still have to do your part to help them help you, right? You're not going to get the benefit of the temple unless you help them. You have to go through the journey either way, and you're going to help them help you, right? The more you participate in the journey, the stronger you get, the better the outcome. That too. Now, what is with that? There's another, like, there's an environmental factor here going on that I feel like we got to be very careful of. What is this? 8 of Swords and the High Priestess. So somebody feeling trapped and feeling like they're doing the right thing. Other people don't want anything to do with whatever you want. Okay. So you may not get social support from this. Okay. Still build your plan. Still get what you want. I don't know, I'm a Pisces, so I'm going to say this. Sometimes you got to keep your dreams a little private, and you got to work on them a little privately. When you've stabilized it enough to where you feel it's anchored into your life, then you can let people know, but maybe not announce that it's happening. Just when people start figuring it out, then just kind of bring it forward when you need to. You might have to stabilize this and anchor it into your life before you really share it with others. Because I feel like there is some lack of support. Doesn't mean like everybody's going to be like, no, Pisces, forget you. It's not going to be like everybody's like that, but there may be some key people who are quite overwhelming that might, I don't want to say stand in your way, as just kind of like discount everything you're doing and take the wind out of your sails. As long as you're aware of it and you just keep this away from them, I don't see that being a big problem. But if they find out what you're doing, I feel like they're just going to kind of scoff at you, and that can really suck the energy out of this. We don't want that. Other people are tied up in their problems. People get very tied up in their own problems, you know? That can be a big issue. So be aware that, like, somebody might not have the belief in you, or they might not want to support you in this, but it's more about them than you. They're tied up in their own stuff. It's almost like if you take a little time to do something for you, this person would be like, well, why should you have extra time? You should take your time and help me. I need more help than you do, which isn't fair and isn't right. We're all in control of our own stuff. You got to be careful of that. Some people do that, and it's kind of like they're owed. If you have extra time, you owe that time to them. That's not true. That's kind of like a toxic game. Be careful. Be aware of that. Don't play that toxic game. If somebody plays that with you, like literally, they're like, if you have extra time, Pisces, I need more help than you do, so you should give that extra time to me. If you're going to get up at a half hour and an hour earlier, that time should be mine. You should use that time for things that I want. That's a toxic game. Do not play that. They may not come across as dramatic as that, or they might play the poor me game. Don't play into it. So if you are getting up a little early, for example, we used that in the beginning, you might want to keep that private, keep it to yourself. Not everybody needs to know you're doing that. If you can get one of those alarms that maybe shake you awake, like it doesn't make a sound, doesn't wake everybody up, it just kind of shakes you awake. I don't know. Isn't there like little wrist alarms that do that? I think so. Where they just kind of like jar you a little bit and you're like, oh, what's going on? To where everybody around you doesn't wake up, but you wake up. If you can do it more privately, go that way. I know some people who get up like in the middle of the night, they get up to use the restroom, and sometimes they stay up for a minute and they do some stuff for themselves then. That's where they use their personal time. Nobody knows they're up. They go do what they want to do. After a half an hour or an hour sometimes, they go back to bed. people don't know the difference, that they've been working on what they wanted to work on. It's just something to keep in mind. You can have what you want. You can definitely, but it's kind of like we got to anchor it in. Possibilities are here. Victory, it's doubled down. It's doubled down, and it's like the inspiration is coming. If it's not there, that might be the funny part of this one. The inspiration is going to hit you within the week of you watching this. This reading is valid from whenever you come to it, but within a week of you watching this, something will just snap in that, like, I want that. I want to make that happen. Just start taking the steps. Create a structure. Try to make a daily structure if you can. Make it happen. If it's a weekly structure, then that's your life. You do what you have to do. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to do it daily, but I'm saying it's a good idea. If it's a weekly thing, then it's a weekly thing. It's here. We just got to make it. But they keep backing it up with the structure. We got to do the structure. I'm getting kind of excited because they're saying the action connected with the structure gets you success, and they've given two cards of success. It's the non-action, the non-action, and just enjoying the thought. It's gonna just kind of float on down the river by you. What's up with this Eight of Swords coming in twice around you too? By the way, there is some support around you, but be careful with that. People do want to support you. I don't know. I have people like that. I have some certain people in my life that can be very supportive or very limiting, depending literally on the day. Literally on the day. Be aware of it is the best I can say. Because I see, like, some people can be your greatest champion, but if they're all tied up in what's holding them back, they can be your greatest downfall. Try to be aware of it. Try to kind of step back and see people for who they are. It doesn't have to mean anybody's bad. It just, people get caught up in their own problems and they can't see what's good for you. They only see what they need, what they want. And they just get into this, like, almost like a mantra. Like, it's a very negative one, if that. I don't know if you can really count that as a mantra if it's negative. I don't know. There's some people who are going to try to support you, but it depends on the day. The more you can do on your own, the stronger, the better this is going to be. Again, people all tied up in their own problems. People want to support you, but I feel like there's blocks and there's problems around people who want to support you. People do love you, and there may be people who care about you greatly that actually do want to support you, but they got hang-ups. Don't let those hang-ups hold you back. Don't let their hang-ups hold you back. Like, they're struggling with their own hang-ups. They have nothing to do with you, but I feel like people might push over or bleed over on you. Kind of like, oh, you have extra time, Pisces? I need help. I need more help. Help me more. There's just certain people who just do that. And especially if Pisces really does care about somebody. We get sucked right into it. Just be aware of these people. Just try to keep it away until you've solidified a pattern. And when you have something where you have something established and kind of like, I can't help you today, I got this going on, this is something I'm working on, that'll be easier later. Later. I don't, like, this doesn't have to be a private affair the whole time, but I feel like they're saying be aware of certain people around you that aren't necessarily bad people, but could be a bit toxic in how they behave once in a while. I mean, we're humans. It's my belief that all humans, on occasion, to different degrees, we have toxic moments. I think all of us do. It doesn't mean people are bad people that do that. I mean, I do believe in bad people, I'm going to be honest. But I don't believe everybody's a bad person. There's some people who exhibit toxic behavior to varying degrees at various times. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. So you don't have to be like, oh, bad person. I'm not trying to say that. Just in case that comes across a little weird. I just want to try to kind of clarify that. So, in short, anchor in what you want to happen. Work on that. Probably keep it a little private. Be aware of people around you. This could be more of a moment also to learn more about people around you, just in the sense of they don't mean to knock you down. They just do that. And it's just kind of keeping your success away from them until you've solidified it enough to where you feel strong enough that you're going to keep it without them being able to knock it over. Even though they don't want to destroy things on you, I just feel like there's just that overwhelmed feeling and kind of like it's not fair if you have and I don't. It's a little messed up, but if you can be aware of it, it doesn't have to hold you down. You can still have your success. Are we good? I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.